everybody, it's Danny with Gardening for Gains, and welcome back to another episode of Plant Rant. Today I've got some trays here, and we're going to get our seeds started. So we're starting off our 2018 garden season with growing onion seeds, and we've also got some head lettuce and some kale and cabbage that I'm going to try starting as well. So we're just trying to keep everything as transparent as possible since we're doing the CSA program, which is just a veggie subscription box. So just wanted to keep everyone up to speed on what we're doing in order to get that ready for the season. So we've got a big bag of dirt here, Berger soil. So what we're going to do is fill up a couple trays. So what I have here are TO Plastics Star plug trays. So what they've got kind of like an interesting design. You can see how there's some ridges in there for the roots. So what happens is when the roots grow from a seed, they're going to grow towards the edge of the plugs. So when it hits the edge, there's actually channels in this one, so it'll drive the roots down. And then that way it'll just build a healthier, stronger root system, keep it from circling back on itself. So that's why I've used this, and they did awesome last year with the tomatoes and everything that we were growing. So what we're going to do first is just get everything filled up, and since everything's going to have to be started inside, it's February 11th today, so we're running a little bit behind as far as getting everything started up. But I think it'll still be all right, because you want about, as far as for onions, you want about, you want them to be in the trays for about 4 to 8 weeks, develop a nice strong root system before you get it planted out. So we're not running late or anything. I initially wanted to get this started like February 1, just get everything rolling, but we're just gonna get it going now. And I figured that one tray, so one of these trays is 72. There's 72 plugs in each tray, so that should keep, at least. So what we're thinking about doing is splitting groups up so that like one person will get, one group will get veggie box on week 1, and the second half will get their veggie box on week 2. So we'll split it like 50-50. So right now that'd be like 5 people on week 1, 5 people week 2, and then just switch back and forth. So what I'm thinking is like each person's gonna get a bundle of about, let's say 10 green onions. I think that's a pretty like realistic bundle count. So we got to figure that. So each person is going to get that. Then that kind of breaks down to about, one of these trays will feed everyone for 2 weeks. So if everyone got 7 onions in a bundle or 10 onions in a bundle, we'll shoot for 7 since we got a tray of 70. And then that way, we can feed everyone with 1 tray for 2 weeks. So my plan is to maybe do like 2 of these every 2 weeks. So, and I think that'll just give us a nice good starting point, and just ensure that we're not going to run out. So the hard thing about filling seedling trays is just getting the edges. So we're just going to get in here, get dirty a little bit, and just spread everything around. Of course, we're going to get it all over the floor as well. So you might want, if you're going to be doing this indoors like me, you might want to set something out to kind of catch your extra debris and soil media. And what I'm going to do is just kind of use this tray that we're setting this thing in. So another thing is that you definitely want to get trays. So I've got tray here that I'm going to be putting this flat into, or this plug tray into the holding tray basically, and it doesn't have any holes, so that'll keep the moisture, the soil, the fertilizer, everything that we're going to be putting into it contained within that system. So this is a nice, Berger is a really good soil because it's got a lot of, just a good mix of stuff. This one's like more of like a bark mix, so it's going to be great for like, stuff that needs a lot of like porosity and breathing room. So this should be perfect for onions to develop in. So what I'm going to do is just I've got this tray done, and we'll call that one an onion tray. And then I'm going to go on to the next one, and we're going to do a little speed demon going through this, keep everything moving fluid. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back with you once we get everything rolling. Just kind of guide it along the edges. Make sure that those are getting filled up just as equally as the middle. Because that's where a lot of weakness comes from, is just the edges not being insulated enough, not getting enough attention, water, soil, all of that too. So that's something I'm going to be keeping an eye on, and I think that'll greatly increase our yields over last year. So we're just going to rock it through this, and then once I get this tray done, I'm going to move on over to the next couple of trays that we're going to do. One of those being the head lettuce, and that is called Starhawk. And we had some of this last year. It was really good lettuce, and it grew pretty well. I think it's about 50 days or so. Yeah, 50 days of maturity on that one. And I see we've got some Chinese cabbage in here, and then some Gurney's Winter Wonderland kale mix. So I think what I'm going to do is throw in the bunching evergreen white onions in these trays if I have enough seeds, and if I don't, then I'm going to substitute red burgundy onions in there. And the way I figure is that, green onions, even if it's a red onion, you can pull that early as a green onion. So I'll be curious to see how that works out, or if that substitution does work. So what I'm going to do, finish doing all this, and then we'll start planting and getting everything rolling. So stay with me, and we'll be right back. All right, and now we are finished with getting the seed trays done. So just to recap, we got two trays here. This one's going to have lettuce in it. This one's going to have a mixture of kale and Chinese cabbage. And then these two up here are going to both be onions. So at least one of those will be evergreen white bunching onions, and then the other one might be the red burgundy onions. So I'm going to go through maybe real quick on how to seed start, and then we'll come back to that. Just once it's all done. But basically what we're going to do, I'm just going to go through individually, just hand plant this in here, and then once we get the seeds planted, we'll water it in, and we'll be good to go. So kind of getting everything rolling for the garden, and for our CSA that we're setting up this year. So thanks for watching in, guys. If you're interested in the CSA, or learning more about what it is, or what it could do for you, feel free to leave me a comment. It's pretty limited for the space. We've got about 10 to 12 people maybe right now, and definitely looking to expand in any way we can, but just kind of limited to around like Dayton, a little bit north of Dayton area. So if you're in that area, leave me a comment, and I'll be happy to help you out in any way I can. So thanks for listening in. As always, I appreciate it. All right, and this is the Starhawk lettuce. I'm just going to do a full tray of this one because I think it's going to be popular, and I'm definitely going to be eating it. My goal, actually, one of my goals for this year is to eat at least a head of lettuce every single day. So I know that's kind of a little overzealous, but I think it's definitely a good health move. So going to plant a ton of this stuff, and I might even just do 2 trays of the heads of lettuce. I think that's going to be a little bit better than just just going in all in on everything. You know, like right now we've got so many different things, or at least I have so many different things going on in my mind. So I think maybe just need to narrow this one down. You know, just do the trays of the lettuce. But then again, I think it'll be a nice little mixture too if we could just incorporate kale and cabbage as well at the same time as the lettuce. So you know, either way it's a win-win as long as you're growing stuff. And let's see, let's mark this. All right, and as you might have seen, I just ended up filling up this whole tray with Winter Wonderland mix of kale. So that's something we can get out in the garden maybe here in like another month. And it's a really cold tolerant plant, and that's really all the things that we're starting right now are all very cold tolerant. So would highly recommend starting those seeds right now if you're really needing to get a jump on things and want to start everything from seed. So that's what we've got going on right now. We've got the Starhawk lettuce. We've got a full tray of that. That's 72 heads. We've got 72 kale plants planted, and then we've got 144 evergreen green onions. So it's going to be a really good start to the season. We've got it all rolling now, and doing a little bit of testing too, having half of them under the fluorescent lights and then half under these total grow lights, which I'm going to turn on right now. And hopefully we got everything plugged in. Let me take you over there. And show you what this is all about. All right, and coming over here, this is the Total Grow Broad Spectrum Light. And I'm just going to take you in here. All right, so there it is. There's the Starhawk lettuce. There's the evergreen white onions there, and we've got these lights are about 16 inches. They might even be a little bit too high right now. Just got everything set up, so you know, I'm really excited to see, you know, what this is going to hold for us. And we've also got like the fluorescent set up over here. So what I'm going to do is get here's a mix of kale. And then here's the other onion tray. So we're going to get those going. This is not the most ideal setup, as you can see, with that fluorescent light in there. It's really not going to be the best, but it's going to give us a good start at the very least. And then if we need, once we get everything rolling under this, we're going to move them back down to this little setup we've got down here. So let me get everything turned on just so we can see like the total grow output that we've got. And yes, I do have everything resting on cardboard boxes so that we can get everything to line up and you know, match up with our dimensions. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope this helps you out with a little bit of transparency with where your food might be coming from this year. And if you're interested in getting a fresh veggie box, drop me a line, shoot me an email, or get a hold of me somehow and we'll make it happen. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.